What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. No
Yeah.
updates. No updates this month. We'll see you in October.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night,
This is a
everybody.
good one. Charlie, we've almost been doing this for a year.
No.
Yep, 11. I think if you do it on a monthly basis, 12 would be 1 year.
Wow. Is that how that works?
Well, it's a loose accounting of the math, but I think that's pretty close to how it works. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's crazy. And it seems like it comes up very quick on both of us every first of the month.
I was saying backstage, like, it's been lingering all week. Like, I knew, like, we have the episode, I had it on my calendar, like, and then I'm in the snake building today and I'm working and I'm kind of getting stuff ready. And Charlie texts me and he's like, "Hey, I hope you're ready for tonight." And it was like, I had completely forgotten today up until he texted me, like, "Oh, yeah, we're doing this," even though like all week I had known. It's just funny how that always works, right?
Yeah, I mean, this was definitely a very, very busy month. Like, I feel like it every weekend was something. I don't know. It was crazy. You traveled even more than I did, um, but even for me, it was tiring. Long month.
It was a lot, dude. And I mean, I guess we can talk about it a little bit since it's already all over social media. You and I had a fun trip to Minnesota. That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome. Yep.
Sorry, guys. I'm pulling this computer closer so I can actually see comments today. Um, yeah, so that was really cool. I guess we could talk for a second about that.
Yeah,
Um, and then get into more shedtesting.com specific stuff if you want.
yeah, definitely. Uh,
So I kind of talked a little bit on late to the mic. I don't remember exactly what I said because sometimes I just start talking. But
no.
I know it's hard to believe. But as I mentioned, I was and Charlie was with me as well. We hung out with Snake Discovery Sunday through Wednesday of I guess this week, technically, last
Yeah.
week. Um, which was a lot of fun to say the least. We got to do some really exciting stuff. And the main reason we were down there was to hang out with some anacondas.
Hmm. Yeah, we got some blood drawn for anaconda genome.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? Kind of random.
Yeah,
It was a
but
cool,
hopefully that's the first of many that we are working on. We got a lot of things in the pipeline, so um, I was just thinking to myself on the way up here from my house that I don't think I have anything really expensive to buy anymore for the lab. Like
yeah.
everything's usually invested in like research, but equipment and new things. And so now I'm like, I think every penny is going to wind up going to research and hopefully doing research a little bit better and a little bit different. And then we could bang out a bunch of new tests, new species, new everything for everybody.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. This is kind of like step one into this new foray with this new pipeline for us and this new process. And doing something that's unique like the anaconda genome, that's really exciting. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy we're diving down that path. And assuming, all goes well, which I imagine it will, like you said, multiple species now that we're looking at and doing, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Like, I'm
Yeah.
really excited about where we're heading with all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jeremy,
you know
that's
what? Screw all of the research. Who needs any more tests? We're getting the shedtesting.com Lambo.
oh my god. Look, you get the shedtesting.com Lambo, I'll get the Aura Lambo, and we'll do it. Okay,
Yeah,
matching Lambos.
yeah, let's
Good.
do it.
Why
Snake,
not?
snake skin.
That would be so cool.
You could just put like snake money on the license plate or something.
You know what? I think that works. Why not? Like, you
I
got to
have enough
flex hard,
sheds. I
right?
could probably put like get it like covered in real shed.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
Yeah, Charlie sent me a picture yesterday, day before, of a shipment of sheds that came in on Friday. I think it was
Saturday.
Saturday. Saturday. It was unreal. Like, just
Yeah,
guys, y'all are doing a good job. So just keep that up.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So, yeah, but with the travel, right, things got kind of behind, backed up a little bit, and so it's been this week has just been catch up essentially, right? Just trying to catch up from all of the journeys and then get ready because we have Tinley in about a month, maybe 6 weeks, something like that.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna not do what I usually do, and I'm gonna book it like soon. I usually wait till
yeah,
the last minute, but I'm just gonna get on that and get that over with. But yeah, that'll be fun.
we booked ours 2 days ago. So this probably is the earliest I've ever booked.
Flying or driving?
I'm driving because I'm vending. So
Oh, right, right, right.
yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
we're gonna do something unique this time. So I'm gonna set up a table's worth of animals, and then we're gonna have like a sitting space slash like maybe live podcasting space
Yeah, we
kind of
tried
thing
that
for the
before, and
table.
I don't think you're gonna do that.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. You're right,
But
but
you have to be at your booth now, so it might make it easier.
exactly. Now I have to be at the booth. I'm not going to have a second table. So I have two tables worth of space, but we're going to remove one table entirely. And I'm going to set up like a sitting area. And I'm hoping just by having that sitting area, if somebody sits down, I can just like forcibly make them do an interview, right? It seems
That's
reasonable.
good. Yeah, yeah. Don't have
Yeah.
a table there. Just have some chairs and
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little
Just do like,
a little
like a
end table
couch.
or something.
Yeah. Do a couch.
Nice.
It'll be good. So yeah, so that's the plan right now. It's going to be, we're doing things a little bit differently. I want to try and shake it up a little bit. I feel like everybody just does a table. So,
Jeremy, what color coin envelopes did you get?
oh yeah,
I'm going. I'm picking. I'm guessing green.
are you guys gonna come to Shauna? Yes. At some point, I will go to Gettysburg. I promise. It's only like 3 hours away from me, so I don't have a good excuse not to go.
It's
Except
further from me, and I live the state next to it.
that's so weird. Maybe but you live like up in the Canada portion of.
No, there's still like 3 hours north of me to get to Canada, or maybe 2 hours north. I don't
Okay,
know. I
that's
don't go up that far.
basically Canada, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Um,
Hey, come on. I
okay,
mean,
multicolor. There you go. But yeah, I was on Shane podcast, and I told him to get red coin envelopes, so he went out and got red ones. Because I
amazing.
said, it makes it easier. A lot of people like, I know what most people use for their sheds now at this point. Like, so I know Jeremy's is going to be the shorter Ziplocs with just black Sharpie handwritten on it. I know exactly how to find his quick. You know, Patrick's are going to be the brown little coin envelopes with just a number on it and nothing else, so that I have no idea what it is. Um,
I do my best.
you know, I, but yeah, that's cool.
Um,
Um,
maybe real quick transition there. We should. I feel like we've talked about this before, but we should make the public service announcement. Stop using plastic bags, guys. Like, just
yeah,
stop. Like, paper only. And there is going to come a point where if it's not in paper, it's getting thrown away. I'm gonna make an executive decision. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. Uh,
yeah.
it
I've
just
had a
seals
lot.
in the
Like I
moisture.
was talking the other day. I've had a lot recently that were really bad sheds, and
Yeah.
that may have worked if they were in paper. Um, but Mandarin, I right before this show, I just laid out a bunch more controls to run. Like I said, this last few weeks have been just insanely busy with everything else. Never mind the ungodly amounts of sheds that've been coming in.
Yeah.
But it's it looks pretty good. I've had nothing come up yet on probably 50 controls that we've run, maybe more, that it's like, oh my God, it's definitely wrong. But this is going to be like a lace one where it's going to take a lot, and I'm going to be super cautious like I was with lace, and just going to keep running them and running them and running them until Patrick yells at me enough and tells me that it's good.
I love it.
Um,
I love that.
but yeah, it
Uh, they don't need to be fresh, buddy. Dry is better. DNA does just fine. Dried on these sides.
yeah, and don't
That
send
DNA you
sperm
have on a
plugs.
towel that's nice and crusty. It's just as viable as it was initially.
If you're going to send sperm plugs or spurs or anything like that, get a hold of me first, because they don't. It's not the best. You know, they work sometimes, but you know, if it's something like you have to have a sale done tomorrow, then clip a scale. Um, there's much better ways of getting DNA quickly than sperm plugs or swabs or anything like that.
I like Chase's idea. Do you think we could get like we got to get a couple of breeders or like one breeder each month that's willing to come on for like 5 minutes and like just give them like the worst results possible. You know, like somebody that had a particularly bad run. Like, do we just invite them on and be like, all right, let's talk about your results?
Yeah, just like when I get somebody like that has really crappy results, just be like, hey, listen, you got really bad results. Do you mind coming on the show in a couple days and
Yes.
let us like tell you how bad your results
Oh,
were?
you know what? I already got my results the other day, but I can tell you I had one clutch where it was 13 animals that were 50% posset or 66% posset puzzle, and 11 came back negative.
Was it 11?
I think it was 11. It was so bad. It
Uh,
was absolutely brutal. Like every female was not het puzzle, and I was just like, okay, well that's cool.
um,
Oh, it's so great. Yeah, it's brutal. But, I do actually like that idea of just
yeah,
having somebody come on and it's like, everybody goes with like the good results and like, oh, things worked out so well. No, I want to see the sadness. I want to see the joy leave their soul, you know?
yeah. It's funny. I mean, I get to see a lot of it. So like I ran a lot of tests this weekend for a breeder, and I was out and I quickly saw the results, obviously, as I'm marking everything. And I just texted him. I said, hey, were these 50% or 66%? And he goes, yeah, they were 50%. And I was like, all right, then you did just fine. Like, you did good. You know, everything was pretty much right on with what it is. Sometimes you get that. And then sometimes you get people like I just gave somebody, oh, that same breeder, other results today. And it was like 10 out of 11, like were het. Um, so it goes
Sorry,
both
Gerald.
ways. Um, but yeah, whoever just, I think it was Jamie. Yes, definite 100% no doubt mandarins. I would take those sheds. Anything
Yeah.
that's up in the air, I don't even want to test them. They have to be like clear as day and send pictures and
Yeah.
everything. The least amount of genes in them possible, just because, just like lace, it's at that point it is a coin flip.
Yeah.
Um,
There,
if it is or not.
there's a
Yeah,
lot.
Chad, you definitely have no soul. It's been taken away multiple times.
Oh, that's yeah, man, like you said, Mandarin's gonna be a tough one, just like Lace was. There's a lot of not Mandarin floating out there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a problem. And that's one of the things that makes these subtle genes on their own hard to validate, is you have to really go in and make sure that the sheds that you're using to do the validation are actually what we believe they are. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm doing now, right from the beginning with it. Instead of just grabbing sheds like I did lace and just trust what people said the first couple runs,
yeah.
right off the bat, I was like, all right, which ones of these you really think are Mandarin or not? And trying to get pictures for everything before I even run them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to take some time. But I think we're very in a good spot with it, I should say.
Yeah.
Um, Tri Stripe was the other one that just needs validation at this point because we think we have a good hit on that as well. I, I just haven't had time. I literally have zero
Yeah.
time. So
It's a lot.
if anybody
No.
wants to buy a really expensive qPCR machine and start running stuff, then fine. Um, but yeah,
uh
paper is definitely the best.
Oh yeah, yeah. Paper is far and away. The nice thing with paper too is even if the sheds are a little tiny bit damp, which they shouldn't be, but even if they are, the paper will help dry them out during the shipping process. So yeah, guys, like avoid
Yeah,
plastic like the plague. It really like it makes it a lot more likely in plastic that there's going to be reruns, and that's a loss for everybody involved.
Yeah. And I think I was talking to Brandon about it. So my monsoon clutch just shed out, and
Yeah.
I I hung all the sheds over the tub, and actually no, one monsoon shed first, and I pulled it and I put it right in and tested it like that day, and I ran a bunch of tests that day, and I was the only one that didn't give great DNA, and it was definitely damp still, but I didn't think it would really matter because it's not like it had time to degrade. But I left it out a day and I tested them today, and it worked perfectly.
Nice.
Um, and yes, I did hit a monsoon het hypo female. It was 50% het hypo, and I had two visual monsoons in a clutch, and one is het and one is not. But yeah, so that's cool. If anybody wants a female monsoon het hypo, hit me up.
Uh, you get a machine, you can run your own tests. Yeah, once you develop them, you can. That's
Right.
or any of the actually published tests for
Otherwise,
sure.
it'd be a very
Oh
expensive
my God,
paperweight.
Jeremy, you're a monster. Oh my God. Yes, exactly. Paper and then plastic, please.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is awful.
Yeah.
Somebody's
But
somebody's gonna do that now too, Charlie. You know that.
I know. And then Red Stripe, again, we're close to it. I don't think the first hit that I have is the actual mutation because a couple of them that looked clearly Red Stripe came back negative. So, but it called a lot right. So it's
Okay.
probably just a marker. So I'm just going to go to the next one on that. I'm not even going to mess around with that one anymore. Um, what else was there? Oh, MJ
Xanthic.
Xanthic. I think we know the gene, but we're still looking for the SNP, I believe.
Okay. What about TSK?
Oh yeah, that's done.
Nice.
Yeah, so I just got to get that running on the system here
Yep.
and the new system, and then that should be released because I ran a lot of them. Heather ran a bunch, and it's been perfect. So
Okay.
uh,
Perfect. That's great.
I just would like to run a crap ton more, and I don't want to just Sanger them all. It's a pain in the
Yeah.
butt. So tonight after this, I'll probably design and order primers for the real time, and get that taken care of. And so hopefully, my guess would be 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, maybe. TSK will be publicly available.
Good. 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 Good.
But yeah, and then I think the next ones we do, I think we're going to do different. We're going to try it a different way, see if we could get better results. It's going to cost more money, but I think we're going to get tests out quicker and than before.
I
And
hope
just,
so. I think
yeah.
so. I think it'll be good. Yeah, just trying a different method that should, like you said, it's gonna be more expensive on the front end, but I think it will smooth things out on the back end.
Yeah,
That's gonna help a lot.
yeah, because that's where all the work is. After you get everything back, it's just still it's hit or miss. Every time somebody asks like, "How far are you away from getting this?" and it could be tomorrow, or it could be next year, or it could be never.
I think that's one of the hard things that people don't always realize is like we can give these estimations, right? Well, based on this, hopefully this is the window, but really the answer is when we find it,
Right.
and that's not a guarantee to, like you said, tomorrow or a month from now.
Right. Um, or we might need to do more sequencing because we didn't get enough hits, or a shed that I used for, sequencing might not have been what they said it was, whatever. So those are the things I got to be more careful with, and hopefully, and use more and more and more samples instead of,
Yeah.
Trying to just get things done. Just I got to get better at asking for sheds, but it's tough because people forget to send sheds that they want to test, and so when
much less sending
much less something that they have a shed hanging there or a snake that I need, and it sheds and they toss it,
Yeah.
because it's not on the front of their mind, and I don't blame them because I do the same
No,
thing.
we're all kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
I I, I think yeah, it's tough, and and I've kind of said it a few times, but a lot of the tests initially were developed, not by one company, by everybody. I would argue they were done the cheap way, not the best way, you
Hmm.
know? And and it has worked. It's just been a lot more labor intensive than I think it had to be, but also there was a big price difference. So it's not like a this is not like a knock or me shitting on anybody. Like this is just a there's the way that, I would do it when I'm in a lab setting, which is significantly more expensive, but it provides a lot more on the back end versus the
Right.
way that it's been done.
Yeah.
Um,
And to be fair, you never know. Like in the beginning, you don't know how business is going to work. If
yeah,
do you want to dump all this money in and then you know people not trust it or whatever, not
yeah,
want to use it or don't care, But I think we've proven that it's been helpful. And this monsoon clutch for me, the monsoon test worked on that. I tested a female over a year ago that I bought as a pos het, and it came back het. So I bred it,
mm,
and it proved het monsoon. So,
yeah,
um, and I didn't breed the other one that tested negative. So I wouldn't have 6 to 10 normal pos het monsoon males
right. Just
to
hanging
uh,
out. Yeah,
to hang it, to wholesale.
yeah.
But
No, it's a win. It's a big win.
yeah, and
Um, yeah, it's good, man.
even like your case, I don't know if you want to talk about that. What you just did when you tested a bunch of stuff and you realized that
Yeah,
you might not have had the right male.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. So I had a clutch where it was a Desert Ghost Clown double het hypopide paired to a chocolate GHI hypo. Um, so not too crazy, but like, stuff. So I have been when I'm testing animals, part of what I do to kind of double check all of the testing results is I'll test some of the animals for known genes, right? So in that clutch, I tested for the possets, but I also tested for clown on a few things. And I tested for desert ghost as well. And what ended up happening was everything was as it was supposed to with Het Desert Ghost, but nothing was Het Clown, and it didn't make any sense. And I'm like, Charlie, like this seems weird. Um, so we double checked the results from right off the instrument, and they were very clearly all negative clown. And so I was like, all right, well now we need to go and look. Turns out I paired her last year to a Desert Ghost Het hypo puzzle. And lo and behold, she retained sperm from him for almost a year, and that's the daddy, even with 6 or 7 locks from the other male. So, in that case, like I would have, if it wasn't for genetic testing, I would have sold that stuff as, hypo, het clown, het DG, posset pides. Fortunately, that's not the situation, right? We were able to
yeah,
test and figure out, oh yeah, no, these are het puzzles. So
and that's why I think a lot of people gotta, before they start getting mad at a breeder if something doesn't test for what they say it is. I'm pretty sure you're not the only one this happened to,
guaranteed.
and it
Yeah,
probably is going to happen to you multiple times.
yeah.
So don't be so quick to blame anybody for foul play.
Yeah, I think sometimes people jump to maliciousness far too fast.
Yeah,
I'm not saying there aren't bad actors out there
of
and there aren't
course.
people intentionally out to hurt. That obviously there are. If I had sold this animal and 2 years later somebody came back to me and was like, "This didn't prove out clown," it truly was retained sperm. Like we can look at my records. I've got pictures of locks. Like I would have fought it. I would have been like, "This animal is het clown based on everything I have." What we're finding out more and more is a few things. One, retained sperm, I think, happens more than we realize, a lot more, based on what I'm seeing with testing and everything else. And also, like, Partho happens more than we realize.
Hmm.
And so I think there's a lot that we didn't know before that genetic testing is actually starting to reveal now, which is really interesting.
Yeah, I just got a guy text me last night saying he lost a whole clutch. It was like head ultramel to head ultramel, and he's like every baby was super kinked and all wound up dying like very quick after. And I'm like, well, what did the babies look like? He's like, they all looked like Ultramels. I was like, and it was head to head. He goes, yeah. I was like, it was probably Partho. And he's like,
Yeah.
what is that? And so I just sent him a link to explain what Partho was.
Yeah.
And he's like, but I don't get it. It had locks with the male. What do you mean? How? I'm like, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, females are bitches sometimes.
I'm like, it doesn't matter.
No. Jason, she did not lay the previous year. So, yeah, she didn't lay. So it is what it is. Yeah, man, it's nuts. It's frustrating. And like you said, like not everybody, I think we forget too, like realistically, we're probably interacting with like 5 to 10% of the industry, you know? There's a
Right.
massive chunk of the industry that has no idea who any of us are, and they really don't have a strong grasp on genetics and especially some of the abnormalities that can happen, you know?
Mhm.
So when they have something like that, they just kind of assume that, you know, things went sideways.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely more odd things happen than people realize.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure. For sure. And there's not a ton of research in general on a lot of this stuff because there's just not a lot of funding, you know, federally or through the state level to research this stuff. And so even when you go and dig through the literature, you don't find a ton because it's just not much because it's not financially viable. So,
so why don't we just open a research lab and just do it ourselves?
you know what? If this whole shed testing thing takes off, Charlie, maybe that's what we do.
Let's do it.
Maybe. I'm in. You got it. You got me.
Okay.
All right. So stuff with shedtesting.com. We talked about paper. Please, please, please use paper.
Yeah.
The other thing that I think we should talk about this month is having orders put in through the website.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure soon enough I'm gonna get it so that everything is going through the website. Just
Yeah.
I tried to do it with the bulk upload spreadsheet. A lot of people have been using that, and thank you. It definitely helps. Some people still aren't. Some people still texting. Some people still Instagram messaging. Um, I get it. People just like to get sheds, throw them in something, and mail them, and not have to put an
Yeah.
order in and type anything in or anything. But the goal is to get everything through the website, no matter what, bulk or not. We could have set discounts put in. We could have bulk discounts added in, whatever. But have everything just go through there. It just makes my life and your life easier because stuff it just gets confusing. It's like when you're going through and you're giving out results, and there's times where people are like, hey, do you have my results for that? I'm like, yeah, I remember that. I did that like a week ago, and oh, sorry, because it wasn't in the site. I didn't see it was pending. I completely forgot that. Are there ways to make sure? Sure, but it's just it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's just easier if everybody goes through the site. So I want to make it easy for people to place their orders too. So to accept spreadsheets or templates, so if you are testing for a bunch of animals and you don't want to sit there and retype everything in, because most people have some sort of spreadsheet that they use, I'm guessing. So if I could get a good, easy, basic template and you to convert, I don't know. Still, then it have to be converted to something that the website could read on the back end.
I mean, there's ways. Obviously, we're working
Yeah.
on that on the back end. Like that's going to be, but I think
Yeah.
the general idea is like for smaller orders, everybody like you're going to be able to input on the website through the normal method. And then there's already a bulk upload like CSV Excel file method that's available. And that'll just end up being a little more automated to where
Right.
you bulk upload it
And then it creates your order.
Yeah, it creates the order for you.
Right.
And eventually, Charlie has no boundaries. So that's also part of the reason that we're trying to push towards this. So
Yeah.
that,
and that's the thing. You try to make everybody happy, and I try, and I feel like by doing that, it's made
You're
me
not
very
happy.
very
Yeah.
unhappy, and
Yeah.
it's make some customers unhappy because things have gotten forgotten or things have gotten
Yep.
lost, or so, and I don't want that to happen. It doesn't happen a
No.
lot, but I just things need to be more straightforward because time is the thing that I don't have enough of.
Right.
Or I do, but I would like some of my own time back.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't look. You have a family. You have things you want to do,
Yeah,
and coming home from work and then doing shed testing every waking minute is not good for anybody.
right.
And to the point you kind of made initially, if you have if you have stuff coming in through 14 different methods, it's impossible. Look, selling snakes is less complicated than keeping up with this. And anytime I'm messaged via something other than Morph Market at this point, I tell them, please go through Morph Market so I can track this,
Right. Yeah,
because
exactly.
you have to, because that's just one central point, and that way it just doesn't get lost. Because I guarantee you guys, if you try and have a conversation with me on Instagram, there's a 98% chance it will not work out well for you. I promise. It won't. It just won't.
Yeah.
But we can have that conversation on Morph Market, and it will. So it's the same method, just with the website. It needs
And
the
then I
help.
feel bad because, people have all these conversations, whether on the phone or text or Instagram, and tell me about everything they're testing and all that. And I'm talking to them. It could be an hour-long conversation. A week could go by and you say, hey, remember, like, what were the results on that
Yeah.
clutch or this? I'm like, what are you talking about? What did you say? I don't remember what we talked about. Just having things documented in one single place
Yeah.
makes it much, much easier.
Yes. A hundred
Um,
percent.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll get there. Just I want to make sure it's right and everything works. And but
It's it. This shed testing started as no joke, but like a hobby in your garage.
mhm,
It was a cop in a garage,
yeah,
and it's turned into a bit more than that now. And
yeah,
so now you're dealing with real company issues like scaling, and part of
yeah,
scaling is figuring out how to optimize and efficiently get your pipelines so that everything runs smoothly. And
yeah,
it's just effort.
yeah. And yeah, I mean, it was a lot easier when it was in the basement, and you're doing 10, 20 tests a week, and I was pumped. I was like, wow, this is cool. Um, but yeah, now it's a lot different.
No, Jeremy, the nude selfies can continue. Those are fine. The first two are the problem. The nude selfies, always appreciated. Really just lifts my day up.
Uh,
Oh my god, but I know this is probably crushing some dreams right now. People are like, I just invested $46 in plastic baggies from Costco. Now you're telling me I have to use them for actual food? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
and there's actually I got to buy more of those coin envelopes for myself. So let's see how much they are on Amazon.
Oh, it's a good point. Yeah. I will say I'm gonna do it and then probably not. But maybe one of these days I post a link to the actual thing, coin bags. There we go. Words are hard, guys.
So for $18 you could get 500. For $26 you could get 1,200.
I can't afford it.
Yeah, so we are getting
You gonna
12.
order those right now
Yeah,
for yourself?
yeah, because I use them
Look at this guy.
for when I store sheds for like longer. When people
Hmm.
send them in plastic, a lot of times like I'm splitting up sheds if I'm testing them here or whatever. I'm just so I use them a lot. And if it's a shed that I want to save for validation or for control samples, I'll throw them in those coin bags. And that way I have a Dymo printer and I just print something out and put it on there. That way I know it's going to last. I'd rather it sit in paper than in plastic for 6 months.
You know what? Maybe, just maybe I do a YouTube video or a reel or a short where I show how we do this whole thing, and then I'll show because I don't use a Dymo. I use a little brother printer because it does the vinyl labels instead of the paper ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that better. I use that for my tubs. I use those labels for everything. So yeah, we'll share a link to the envelopes that we use, as we just spent 2 minutes looking on the phone.
So it looks like 2.25 by 3.5 is the size. Does that sound right? Yeah.
Jason, no, I don't think unless like Charlie specifically messages you or emails you and says like, "Hey, this shed is really bad." Like, you don't need to resend. Just in the future, like, you know,
Right. You
send
know,
it in
and
paper
usually
would be better.
90%, 95% of them still work in plastic.
Yeah,
But when you're running thousands, that's a decent percentage that don't work
yeah,
when we could get them to work. Because I hate telling people I need a new shed. And I rerun things way too many times to try to get good
right.
results. And I waste my own money doing that. So, you know, it, I like when things are nice, dry, clean. And this first sheds, please unroll them and flatten them out. Don't just take them as they are and sit them down and let them dry. I should bring my camera in there. My clutch that just shed out, they're all just tucked into the tub, hanging straight down, and they're all flat and hanging down.
Yeah.
And you
There's
know, just don't leave them all in a ball. You know,
so if you do leave it in a ball, which you shouldn't, but if you do, when you put it in the paper, something that I will do is like smush it together and hold it for a second, and the paper will actually absorb water as well.
hmm
And so you can help dry it out that way. But yeah, stretching them out. I actually I don't give the hatchlings water for the first week. Um and so the moment they shed, I actually put the sheds in their cup holder because there's no water cup in there yet, and they dry out in there real quick because they're not on substrate or anything else. So and that way I don't worry about potential cross contamination or anything else. So
oh,
yeah,
I, I was looking for the birthday
our
card
birthday
envelope.
card
He's
envelopes
every
today.
time he sends me sheds, they're in a different like girly birthday card, like
That
for like a
that just
5-year-old
sounds
girl.
expensive, honestly. That's the issue. It just sounds expensive.
Every time, and my
That's
employee
amazing.
like she'll send me the pictures, like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, I know who it is. Don't worry. Just take the sheds out. Um, but and it's obviously too like you got to get them quick. Like so, I don't have a lot of snakes, so I have one clutch, so I was able to check a couple times a day, see if they shed, and I get them within a few hours, so I could
Yeah.
stretch them out, flatten them out, hang them. If you leave them in there for a few days, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. So if it's like an anticipated clutch and you really want to shed test that first shed right away, just pay attention, try to get it out quick.
Yeah. 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 No, I mean, all of that works.
Mhm.
I've definitely sent in my fair share of questionable sheds to say the least, but the big
No,
thing is like as long as I've found as long as they're dry before they make the journey, it generally works out pretty well.
right.
So
I'm sure summertime weather has something to do with it too. Maybe you think if like a wet shed is sitting in a hot
oh
airplane in a hot
maybe.
car,
It's not
that
helping the cause for
right,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
No.
that's why over the last couple of months I've noticed an uptick in crappy sheds.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, the
It's
coin envelopes and it takes up less space. Like
so much less space.
I'm, I don't need a bag this big.
Oh my god, that's so excessive.
This isn't even the biggest one I've gotten. I've
Is
got
that
some that are,
Jeremy? Be honest.
no,
That would be feel like Jeremy.
but I don't mind having the whole shed either. If you like stuff it in that paper, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not telling you just send me a tiny bit. I'd rather have more than not. You know, than not enough. So
Right. Yeah, 500 coin envelopes for 15.99. Yeah, it's they're crazy cheap.
Kevin, you might need the 1200 because I just saw your video of how many snakes you now have. You just went. I did not realize you had that many snakes now.
Just a few.
You are addicted, sir.
That's good. That's good. That's more business. 10 out of 10. Keep going.
Will, you could order whatever color you want.
Yeah. For the head stripper gene. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else we need to talk about? We covered paper, new uploads, a few new tests, and anacondas. What else do we
Yeah.
need?
And then if anybody has sheds for other species, feel free, send them in. Just label them exactly what they are, whatever mutations there are. Normals, I'll take whatever. We need as much as we can, and we're going to
Yeah.
start pumping this thing out. So,
It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Send in anything you got.
Yeah, there's a lot on the horizon, and
Yeah.
I'm excited for where things are heading right now.
Yeah. Next month should be a very interesting episode.
I hope so, one way or another.
Right. Right.
One way or another.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. So, on that bombshell, Charlie, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
Shedtesting.com, and make sure you watch Jeremy right after this. Jeremy Bod, the Tornado King.
Real fast, sorry. Heart of the Python. Yes, we do want house snake sheds.
Yeah.
Just make sure to label exactly what they are. We want to know age. If you have, well, I guess age doesn't matter. The sex of the snake, the morphs that it is, and then if you know, also put the weight. Just that'll be for something else, but just put the weight.
Yes, Blue Tongue Skinks.
Yep.
I talked to somebody at Bob's show. They're going to be sending me a bunch. And Blue Tongue Skinks, sex is important as well. So,
Yeah.
Because we want to work on that. And
Yep.
I don't know if I should say, but I'm pretty confident pretty confident that we're very close on a Blue Tongue Skink
There it is.
sex test. But
I like it.
so yeah, if you have sheds, Blue Tongue Skinks, known sexes, please send them in.
Yeah, guys. I would say if you have sheds on just about anything, like it's not bad to send them in. Just be very detailed in what you're sending in.
Yeah.
That way, it can be stored away. It may not happen right away, because obviously, like the batching needs to happen, and we need to get more than a few of each thing. But it's the more the better, and just very detailed notes. Like we need to know exactly, as much information as you have on the animal is good.
Is there super jaguars out there or no?
Yeah, there are. I don't know which breeder actually has them, but yes, there are supers. So,
But yeah, jaguar sheds.
yeah, Jaguar, but fortunately, Jaguar is also very visible. So, even if we're working with just the single gene, should be able
Right.
to ferret some stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are supers for sure. That'll be good. All right, we got to get off here, guys. Aura Reptiles everywhere. Please go like and subscribe. And then, as Charlie already said, we are going to get off so that Chris can hop on and have a full-blown show with Jeremy Bod. And I don't know who the 15 minutes of lame guest at the time.
Oh, I thought it was Jeremy. Isn't he a new breeder?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. I love it. Guys, thank you so much. Charlie, thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks.
And we'll see y'all in a
Chris,
month.
BNS Reptilia. I walked by a sign that I made you like 2 years ago on my plasma cutter. It's in my breezeway. And I'm like, I got to send this to him. It's been sitting here for years. And so I'm going to message you later and get that out to you.
I love it. All right. Bye, friends. We'll see you
Later.
next month.
Bye.